So when we start a word problem, the first thing is always that we're going to finger read it. So the graph below shows the number of students at different grade levels who brought projects for a science fair. It shows the data, and then based on the graph, which statement is true. Well, one of our first new strategies that we're going to use, or additional strategies, is that we're going to have to figure out what the question is. And to help us do that, we're going to draw a little googly eye to tell us that, ooh, this is what we're looking for. So we're looking for what in this problem? And what we're looking for is the true statement out of all these ones. And sometimes we're looking for a how many more, a how many less, a difference. It could be a variety of things, but by drawing the little eyes, that's going to help us know what is the question and what is it that we're looking for. And our second step is that we have to go through and we have to decide exactly what does it, what's the information that we have, okay? So we see this data, but we don't know what it actually means. So we're going to go through and label it. And there's some tricky things here. All of the lines are not actually labeled, so we have to decide what the intervals are. And hopefully we've already decided at this point that the intervals are by 10. So we have 30 in this one. We have 70 in this amount. And we have 90 in this amount. And our last one over here is right on the 60. And a good strategy for our kids would be to go through and label these if they need to. Some of them do, some of them don't. But if that's where we're making the mistakes, that's where we need to go back and make sure that we have the right information. So I'm just going to go back and do that just to help me out as well. And of course, it's hard to write with your pencil and paint. When I write out F, and by the way, there's no easy way to go through on this particular problem and say, oh no, it can't be this or it can't be that, because there's just too much detail on this. We need to work out each single answer and make sure it makes sense. And we can afford to do that on some of them. Not all of them, but we can afford to do it on this one. So it says second and fourth grade are going to equal 110. So second is 30, fourth grade is 90, does not equal it. So of course we're going to mark that out and say that no, that's not true. We can't use that one. So we're marking out F. For G, what we have to do is we have to find out if exactly 40 fewer fourth graders for our project than third and fifth. So we have to combine third, which was 70, and fifth, which was 60, and that made 130. Then we took that 130 and subtracted the fourth graders, which was 90, and it left 40. And that's what our answer says. So this is in the running. This is right, but we need to make sure that we calculate the rest and that there aren't two right answers, or if there's another one that maybe could work as well. So we need to check that. And I put a little dot by G that says, yeah, I checked it, and it's a possibility. H tells us that a total of 220 students in these grades brought a project. So all I have to do is add these amounts. So 30, 70, 90, and 60. Well, we should not be adding a big column like that because we're just going to make mistakes. We need to split it into chunks. So 30 and 70, 100, 90 and 60, 150. So that gives us 250. Not a possibility. So I want to make sure I mark that one out as well. So I'm just drawing a line through my answer. Going down here, make sure I'm eliminating, because that is a strategy. The last choice, J, says exactly 90 fewer third graders brought a project than fourth and fifth grade students combined. So we put fourth and fifth together. 90 plus, oops, that needs to be, say 60. Sorry about that. Because we all make mistakes as we go, and part of this is double checking our work as we go, which equals 150. Then 150 take away 70 is still not going to give us exactly 90. It gave us 80, which obviously still is not our answer. So we can eliminate this choice now. So we know for sure, with spending the time that we did and making sure that G is our right answer. But I can also do a quick check back, a justify, just to make sure. And when I do my justify, I'm just going to go back up and check my math. 70 plus 60, yes, it did make 130, and then 130 minus 90, yep, did make 40. That's all I have to do. But I need to just put some mark that says, oh yeah, I went back and justified that. And there's my answer.